just want a marriage like Morticia and Gomez Adams. I mean, is that too much to ask? So we all just need to take a moment of silence for Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn. I'm so confused right now because on one hand, I'm so sad for them, but on the other hand, I'm just so excited for the next album. And that's God telling me how much of a bee I am. Hey guys, my name is Cameron and welcome back to my channel, Which Way to Wicked, where we talk about all things love, light, and especially tarot. So guys, today this is going to be such an amazing and romantic reading because we are going to be doing another future spouse reading today. We are going to be finding out what is your first year of marriage going to be like with your one and only. Okay, so if that sounds amazing to you, then let's go ahead and take a look at your group picks today. Okay, so here are your group picks today, friends. So for group number 1, we have the answers you need are coming with the full moon in Gemini card. And then for group number 2, we have a win-win outcome is forecast with the full moon in Libra. And then last but not least, for group number 3, we have a time to give rather than take with new moon in Virgo. Okay, so guys, I want you to go ahead and take a very deep and cleansing breath in. And now I want you to let it out. And now I want you to please close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to think about who exactly your future spouse might be. And I want you to think about what your first year of marriage is going to be like, what it is going to look like, what it is going to entail for you guys. And then whenever you feel ready, please open your eyes. And whichever card your eyes lands on first, then that, my dear, is going to be the reading for you today. Now, if you feel called to more than one card here, then definitely feel free to check out those extra messages as well. And as always, I will have the timestamps listed down in the description box below. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading today, friends, okay? Hello, group 1! So, if you chose the answers you need are coming with the full moon in Gemini card. Whoops. Let's act like that didn't happen. We're coming in with a bang. But if you chose this card, then hey, hello, how are you? And welcome to this fabulous reading today. So guys, we are going to be finding out what your first year of marriage is going to be like. And just talking about this card that is coming through for you, the first thing I have to say is I definitely think that either you or your future spouse could be a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. But if that is not the case, that is totally okay. This could simply be representing the energy between you and your person, and especially the energy that is going to be between you and them throughout this first year of marriage. And talking about that Gemini energy, the first thing that comes to my mind is the fact that Geminis are literally known for being the biggest social butterflies ever. Geminis are all about communication, all about talking. Geminis always speak their mind, and sometimes Geminis just say whatever it is that they want to say without even really thinking about what other people would think about it as well, right? Like Geminis are just like, you know, what you see is what you get, okay? And examples of Geminis in pop culture are people like Donald Trump, Kanye West, we have Johnny Depp, and who else is there? Amy Schumer, right? So these are all people who are known for saying exactly what they want to say. They just, you know, they're just them, and that's how it is, right? And so I definitely think when it comes to comparing that energy to the energy within this connection, within your first year of marriage, I feel like the biggest thing that you guys are going to be encountering within this first year of marriage is the fact that I feel like you guys are going to be having to work together to try to find new ways of communication, okay? Because I'm getting this idea that either you, your future spouse, or both of you guys are going to have a hard time with communicating, especially when it comes to you guys having arguments or little disagreements. I feel like one or both of you guys could have the tendency to try to speak over the other person. You guys could just have the tendency to allow your passion to get away with you and to have you guys just say something without really thinking about the consequences, right? And so I'm getting this idea that as you guys get used to each other, as you guys get used to having this new milestone within your connection, as you guys get used to being a married couple, I feel like you guys are going to be learning how to complement each other. You guys are going to be learning how to find new ways of communicating, right? And I feel like maybe one of the biggest things that you guys are going to be learning is the fact that sometimes the best thing that you can do whenever you guys are arguing, whenever you guys have a disagreement, is to leave the room and to be able to come back later on whenever tensions are not running so high and whenever you guys just have the chance to have a calm and level-headed conversation, right? And what is so beautiful about this is the fact that we do have the sentence here, the answers you need are coming. And I feel like that is a very positive sentence, right? I feel like whenever you hear that the answers that you need are coming, that just sounds so positive. So I just feel like you guys, even though y'all may have a hard time at first at getting used to each other, getting used to this new stage within your relationship, getting used to each other's just differences, I feel like you guys are going to be able to work through these communication errors, these communication problems. And I think that by the end of this first year of marriage, you guys are going to be able to have come to a resolution, and you guys are going to be able to get into this energy where you are able to have these beautiful, smooth, level-headed conversations. And I think that that is so beautiful to see. And I do want to say, with the Gemini energy coming through, with this communication coming through, not all communication is bad communication, right? So I feel like even though you guys may be having these squabbles, these little disagreements, I also think that there are so many positives to communication as well. I feel like you guys are going to have so many things to say to each other within this first year of marriage. You guys are always going to be excited to talk to each other, to talk about your day, to talk about what is going on within your life. You know, like I said before, Geminis are social butterflies, and so I think that you guys are going to be the biggest social butterflies to each other. You guys are going to just love to be around each other. You guys are going to be each other's best friends, right? And I think that in and of itself, that amazing communication is going to help bridge the distance between you guys whenever you guys do have these bad communications, right? I feel like whenever you guys have squabbles, whenever you guys have these little disagreements, if they do start to transcend into something a bit more heavier, if you guys do end up saying things to each other in the heat of the moment that you guys regret, I feel like because you guys have this foundation of being each other's best friends, because you guys have this foundation of just being able to love talking to each other, I feel like if you guys do end up, you know, leaving each other for a time, and what I mean by that is like leaving each other for like 45 minutes because you're mad at each other and y'all, you know, do something, you know, one of you guys are in a separate room from each other within the house or whatnot, I feel like you guys are going to ultimately come back together because you guys love each other, and your love for each other, your friendship with each other, this bond that you have goes deeper, runs deeper than these arguments that you could have, right? And at the end of the day, you guys are both going to want to bridge the gap because you guys just deeply care about each other. And I think that that is so, so sweet to see. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. And let's talk about the tarot cards. Okay, let's get some extra information. So Spirit, for group one's first year of marriage with their future spouse, what is that going to look like? What is their life going to be like, Spirit, in this first year of marriage? Can we get the good, the bad, the amazing? What wants to come through here? Yeah, okay. So we do have the Three of Swords coming through, you guys. The Three of Swords, that talks about emotional pain, sorrow, heartbreak, right? And so I do think that you guys, at the very beginning of your relationship, of your marriage, you guys, again, are going to have these disagreements. You guys are going to have these arguments, and I think that they are going to hurt. Some of these arguments might cut deep. You guys might say things in the heat of the moment that really does strike a chord within the other person and within each other. But at the end of the day, right after that, we have the Two of Cups. So even though you guys may separate for an hour, for a day, or maybe even longer, as you guys have these arguments, I feel like at the end of the day, there is just a connection between you guys. There is like an invisible string drawing you to each other. You guys always feel the spark with each other, and you guys are just so much happier together than you are apart. And so I feel like even though you guys do have these big disagreements, these big heartbreak moments, you guys are always going to love each other so much, and you guys are always going to want to bridge the gap between each other, because the Two of Cups, this talks about unified love. This talks about connection and close bonds. And I just feel like no matter how different you guys are from each other, no matter what differences you guys may have, you guys are always going to just love whenever you guys are together, and you guys are always going to come back into this union. And I think that that is so beautiful. You know, at the end of the day, you guys do just have such a gorgeous bond with each other. Whenever I see the Two of Cups, that to me is the card of soulmates. So this really is your soulmate. This is the person who just makes you feel so happy, so over the moon. And I think that that is so lovely to see. So it is without a doubt that you guys are going to have some big ups and some big downs along this road of your first year of marriage. But at the end of the day, you guys are always going to want to talk to each other. Again, we literally have the Eight of Wands, which is all about communication. It's the card of communication. It talks about fast communication and excitement and change. And so I feel like whenever you guys have these huge arguments, you guys are going to have these huge resolutions as well, right? Like I feel like you guys are going to just be so intense with everything. I really do see you guys just having really strong, deep feelings for each other. And because you guys have these deep feelings for each other, I feel like you guys are going to also have these big, deep arguments, these big, deep disagreements, if that makes any sense. You guys are just so passionate with each other. You guys are so passionate about everything that you do. And so whenever you guys do have these arguments, these disagreements, I feel like it is like volcanoes. It's volcanic. It's crazy. But the same can be said for the reunions that you guys have, for the resolutions. Whenever you guys do forgive each other, you guys are going to forgive each other in the best way imaginable, right? You guys are just going to have a really hot sexual energy with each other. And so I do think that whenever you guys do come back together, the makeup, so sex, is going to be great, okay? And if you just give me 1 second, I need to pause this for 1 second. Just give me 1 minute, please. I'm sorry about that, you guys. My Nana had something that she wanted to tell me really quick. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying, everything between you guys is just so passionate and so intense. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to be crazy. This first year of marriage is going to be freaking crazy. But I feel like while you guys are going to have these really, really big lows, you guys are going to have really, really big highs. And at the end of the day, no matter how big the fights are, no matter how upset you guys get, I feel like at the end of the day, you guys truly do just belong with each other. You guys love each other so much, and you guys will always find your way back to each other each and every time. And I think that is just so beautiful to see. And at the end of the day, we have the Emperor, and this does represent Aries energy. So you could be an Aries sun, moon, rising, or in Venus, or your future spouse could be one as well. But what is so beautiful about the Emperor is that this does talk about respect. This talks about building an empire, right? And this talks about being able to rule over that empire together. And so I feel like you guys, you know, whenever you guys are building this marriage with each other, it's going to have, again, it's really big highs, it's really big lows. Just like whenever somebody is building an empire, right? You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. There was a lot of wars that had to happen, things that had to take place, big changes that had to be made in order to create Rome. But whenever it was created, it was absolutely glorious. It was a jewel, right? Everybody wanted to be in Rome. That was the place to be. And so I feel like you guys, as you guys are building this relationship, building this marriage from the ground up, I think that you guys are going to go through some hard times. But at the end of the day, you guys know that you want to have this future together. I feel like you guys are able to look towards your future and just be so excited about what lies ahead of you guys. You know, just like the people who were building Rome, who were creating Rome, I'm sure they were so excited about, you know, what the future was going to bring for them. They were so excited. They were always able to look 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ahead of them, and they knew that what they were creating was going to be absolutely incredible, and that going through all this darkness, going through all the harder times as they toil and labor away at trying to create Rome, it would be worth it, right? The end result would be worth it. And you guys are going to be thinking about your future. Whenever you guys have these really big highs and really big lows, whenever you guys are facing just so much darkness, you guys are always going to think about y'all's future. You guys are going to think about just what it would be like to grow old with each other. You guys are going to be thinking about what it would be like to have a family with one another. And you guys just know that being able to build this life with one another from start to finish, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be really, really hard, but it's going to be worth it. And I think that even as you guys, again, go through these darker moments, you guys are going to have nothing but respect for one another, nothing but love for one another, and love for this connection that you are creating, this future that you are making. And I think that at the end of the day, you guys are just, y'all are it for one another. You guys love each other, and I think that that is just so beautiful. So let's go ahead and get some extra messages, please. And honestly, I do think that you guys are really going to be seen as a power couple to so many people. I feel like whenever people look at you guys, I see people just being so jealous of you guys and also being so proud of y'all as well. I feel like when people look at y'all and look at the connection that y'all are creating, they are just going to be thinking, wow, I hope that I can have something like that one day. You know, just like I was saying earlier in this introduction, whenever I was thinking about how I wish I could have a relationship like Morticia and Gomez Addams, I feel like you guys are going to be just like that. You know, Morticia and Gomez, they are just so intense with each other. They love each other so much. They always are like stuck at the hip, and they are so big about the you know, kissing and the making out and the hugging, right? And I feel like, honestly, that is y'all. That is y'all. There is just, like, so much fire between you guys. I feel like no matter how old you get, you guys are always going to be stuck at the hip with one another, and especially within this first year of marriage. I feel like you guys, again, whenever you guys just end up leaving the room, if y'all are ever mad at each other, it's not just going to be you guys wanting to talk to each other that's going to bring you back together. I feel like you guys are going to be freaking horny. You guys are want to be able to come back together so that you guys can get together physically. You know what I mean? You guys, y'all just have a whole nother level of intense hot sexual energy, guys, and it is absolutely insane. It's wild. It's absolutely wild, and that is what I see here with something wild coming through, literally. Something wild. And I find it so funny because we also have human myth coming through, and this dragon is looking at this book, and that's kind of just making me think about the Karma Sutra. Is that how you say it? I feel like you guys are always going to be trying to learn new ways to please each other, learn new ways to get like freakier or crazier in the bedroom. I feel like you guys are just going to be really big about exploring the sexual feelings that you guys have for each other. And so I always think that you guys are going to have such a strong sexual energy, but especially this first year of your marriage, you guys are really going to be having fun. You guys are really going to be getting to know each other on a whole other level when it comes to your emotional side of things, but also on your physical side of things as well. So that is definitely fun to see. You guys are definitely going to enjoy the sexy times that you guys have with each other within this first year of marriage. But guys, talking about these other cards that are coming through, we have Free Yourself, and it says it's time to take control of your life. We also have Engagement, and it says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And then last but not least, we have Act as if your partner is here. And it says whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. So yeah, within this first year of marriage, I feel like even whenever you guys are away from each other, if you guys ever have to travel or go on business trips and be away from one another, I feel like you guys are always going to be thinking about the other person. You guys are always going to be thinking of getting back to each other. I just feel like within this first year of marriage, you guys are always going to be on each other's minds, and even whenever they are away from you, you guys might as well be together, because that is going to be like how it is. Even if you guys are 50 miles apart in spirit, you guys are right next to each other, and I think that that is just so amazing. That is so beautiful to see. I feel like if you guys are ever away from each other, you guys are going to think about each other and think of ways to make the other person happy. So I see you guys going out to like gift shops, going out to go just buy a little gift for your spouse to make them happy, just to see them smile whenever you return, whenever they see what you gave them or what you bought them. And I think that you guys are always going to be trying to come up with small ways to just keep the magic going and sparking between you guys. And I think that you guys are going to be really big about just being each other's happiness and keeping that happiness alive. And I think that that is very lovely to see. With Free Yourself coming through, I find this very interesting, because I think that the biggest thing that is coming through here is that you guys are going to be trying to free yourself from these intense arguments that you guys have. And what I mean by that is I feel like you guys are really going to be trying to work on these arguments. You guys are really going to try to work on the way that you guys talk to each other while you guys are having these arguments. I feel like you guys are truly going to want to work through this and work through the way that you guys speak to each other, work through the way that you guys feel things so deeply, and allow these feelings to take hold of you and affect the way that you guys talk to each other. And so I do see you guys really, really, really digging deep within yourself and with each other as you guys try to find ways to be able to slow these arguments down and be able to have these level-headed conversations. And I feel like as you guys take back control of y'all's communication and of the way that you guys speak to each other, as you guys take control of your anger, I feel like you guys are going to be able to go leaps and bounds within this relationship. And I think that that is just so gorgeous. And I feel like as you guys do these things, as you guys go through the bad times, as you guys just work through all of these darker times, you guys are going to ascend to a higher level of commitment. You guys are just going to just level up and glow up. And I feel like by the end of your marriage, again, everybody is just going to be looking at you guys towards the end of this first year of marriage, and they are all going to be so jealous of you. Half of the people are going to be so mad, wishing that they could have what you guys have, and the other half are going to be looking at y'all's relationship, and they are going to be encouraged by the relationship you guys have, by what you guys have built together. And I think that they are just going to be so proud of you, and they are going to be excited about themselves being able to have a relationship like y'all as well. So yes, guys, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TerraTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye, guys. Hello, Group 2. So if you chose a win-win outcome is forecast with the full moon in Libra card, then hey, hello and welcome to this amazing reading today. So guys, first of all, with this card coming through, I definitely think that either you or your future spouse could be a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. And if not, then that's okay. That could simply be representing the energy that is going to be present within this first year of marriage between you guys. But guys, I'm so excited for you guys to be receiving this card to represent your group, to represent your energy overall within this first season of marriage, because guys, literally this is just such a positive card to receive. And with this Libra energy coming through, Libras are literally like all about partnership. That is what that zodiac sign is all about. It's about romance and just being romantic with someone. And so I definitely think this first year of marriage is going to be just absolute bliss. I feel like you guys are just going to be feeling like you guys won the jackpot, right? You guys are going to feel like y'all are hashtag winning throughout this whole first year of marriage. You know, that's not to say that you guys are not going to face any type of problems along the way. That's not to say that you guys are not going to have any type of arguments or spats as you guys learn to get used to this new level of commitment between one another. But I think that at the end of the day, just like how Libras are all about fairness and truth and justice, I feel like you guys are always going to be able to be very honest with each other. You guys are always going to be very fair with one another. And anytime you guys have any type of arguments or spats or disagreements, you guys are going to be able to very coolly and level-headedly talk through these disagreements. And I think that that is just such a lovely thing to see. And at the end of the day, like I was saying with that romance coming through, I feel like you guys are definitely going to be working to keep this romance alive throughout this first year of marriage. I definitely think you guys are gonna be going on that like honeymoon high, you know what I mean? You guys are gonna be having that newlywed type of love between each other, and it's just gonna be like a fairy tale. It really is, and I'm so excited for you guys. I definitely see you guys like buying each other gifts, you know, trying to make the other person feel beautiful and amazing. I see you guys complimenting each other all the time. You guys are just gonna be so lovey-dovey, and I love that. So let's go ahead and get some extra messages, please. For Group 2, what is their first year of marriage going to entail? What is their first year of marriage going to be like, okay? Let's get some extra messages, please. What is their first year of marriage going to be like? Wow, that is so beautiful, you guys. Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, I'm so excited for y'all. Y'all are just getting like the best cards ever. I'm just so happy for you guys. You are really going to be just living it up with your future spouse. It's going to be absolutely incredible from here on out. Wow. So guys, first of all, we have the 10 of Wands coming through. We also have the Empress. We have the 6 of Wands, and we have the World. Okay, so guys, first of all, it is worth mentioning with the 10 of Wands, this does talk about kind of reaching your breaking point. This talks about feeling very overburdened, having a ton of responsibilities. And so I do think, again, everything from here on out for your first year of marriage. It is not going to be roses and daisies all the time, right? You guys are going to encounter some thorns within this beautiful rose of y'all's first year of marriage, right? And I do think that for a lot of you guys, maybe these thorns could be coming from outside forces. What I mean by that is maybe one or both of you guys are going to be focusing a lot of y'all's time on excuse me, I stumbled over my words, but you guys are really going to be working on trying to provide the other person with a stable connection. You guys could be spending a lot of time at y'all's work, at y'all's jobs. You guys could be taking on so many extra shifts, and it's because you guys are working on trying to have a stable union. You guys are working on trying to give the other person the life that they absolutely deserve. And so I do think that along the way, you guys could be getting kind of stressed out and getting kind of burnt out from your job or something like that. Now, if that is not the case, then maybe you guys are going to be just working really hard, working overtime on trying to make sure the other person is happy. Maybe you guys are just going to be doing the absolute most, and that could be causing one or both of you guys to get a little tired, to get a little restless? Is that the right word? I don't know. But guys, I just feel like maybe you guys are going to be trying to give each other the perfect first year of marriage, right? You guys are always going to be coming home from work just bone tired from working so hard, and instead of getting some sleep, one or both of you guys are going to try to cook the other person a huge meal, a huge feast. You guys are going to be trying to rub each other. You guys are going to be trying to do the dishes. You guys just want to make this home that you guys are going to be building together absolute bliss, right? And I think you guys are going to be working so hard, being such overachiever newlyweds, that it could be causing you guys to be kind of tired, to be a little stressed, right? And so I do think that you guys are going to be trying to work through this overachieverness, right? And I think that you guys are eventually going to settle down. You guys are going to be finding that balance between your home life, your work life, and just being together, and also just making sure y'all have y'all Z's, making sure y'all are getting y'all's own personal time so that you guys can take a break and just be on your own for a little while, right? Because marriage, whenever you are married, that doesn't mean that you need to be with each other 24/7, right? In order to have a beautiful marriage, you have to be able to still love each other, want to be together, but also be willing to give the other person some time and space. And I think that you guys are going to be learning that as you guys as you guys are married, as you guys grow together within this first season of your marriage. And maybe before this, maybe you guys were always stuck at the hip. Maybe you guys are that type of couple that is always together, that always likes to be together. And so whenever you guys go into this new season of marriage, right, whenever you guys go from just being longtime partners to being married, I think that you guys are going to be learning that sometimes, again, maybe you need to give each other some space. Maybe you need to give each other some breathing room, right? Because as you guys are taking this relationship to the next level, you are realizing that some things need to change, and maybe one of those things that need to change is the fact that you guys do need to have y'all's personal space every once in a while, right? That doesn't mean it's going to be forever. That doesn't mean you guys are going to completely disassociate from each other and never talk to each other, right? For hours on end. It just means that you guys are going to love each other enough to let the other person go for just a little while, right? For just a little while, for a girls' night or so. One of you guys could just, read a book or do something that you guys like, do a hobby, right? But yeah, I think that that's really beautiful. You guys are just going to be trying to find this balance with each other. And I think that once you guys find that balance, things are just going to be just so much better, right? Now, with the Empress card coming through, this is literally the card of abundance. So you guys are going to be having so much abundance. Now, it is worth mentioning that the Empress can represent motherhood. So if one of you guys wants to be able to have a child, or both of you guys have been wanting to have a child for a long time, then you guys could be trying to work on getting pregnant within this first year. And I do think with the Empress coming through that if you guys have been wanting to have a child, if you guys are going to be wanting that, I feel like you guys are going to be blessed with a child. But if you are somebody who you're no, children are not for me, I don't want a baby, especially within my first year of marriage, that's definitely fine. This is a very general reading that could just be a message for a few of you guys. For the other you know, for everyone else, I just think that this is going to be representing how you guys are just going to have so much fulfillment, so much abundance. You guys are truly going to be creating a life with each other that is just going to be filled with so much success and so much happiness and love. We literally have these 6 of Wands coming through, which literally talks about the card of achievement. So I think that you guys are just going to be feeling like so awesome. You guys are going to be looking at each other and seeing the other person as like the best, greatest achievement of your life. And I think that you guys are always going to be, you know, bragging about the other person to y'all's friends, right? I feel like within this first year of marriage, anytime you guys are separated, anytime you guys are at work or you guys are just doing something else, I feel like even whenever you guys are not together, you guys are going to be talking about one another. You guys are always going to be thinking about the other person. You guys are always going to be trying to find ways to talk about your person and to just talk about how much you love them and adore them. I also think with the 6 of Wands, this could represent some really big achievements taking place outside of your marriage as well, especially since we have the World coming through, which is the card of success, of winning something that you've been working so hard for, right? Which makes so much sense with a win-win outcome is forecast coming through. So this win-win outcome could be talking about how maybe one or both of you guys could be receiving some type of promotion. Maybe you guys are going to be doing something really big, like finally graduating from college, or just winning something awesome, right? So what I mean by that is maybe one of you guys are going to be winning the lottery or something like that. There is going to be some huge achievement taking place while you guys are together, right? Outside of this connection in general. So again, one of you guys could be winning the lotto. One of you guys could be getting like the biggest, best promotion, raise, job offer of your life. One of you guys could be finding out again that you could be getting pregnant, right? You guys, whatever it is that you guys are going to be winning, is going to be amazing. It's going to be something that you wanted. It's going to be something that you guys have been like thinking about and praying for so long. So if like having money and having wealth was something that you guys wanted, then again, you know, you guys could be winning the lotto. The lotto could be in your freaking future. Okay, babe? So, you know, who doesn't like to hear that? But anyways, let's go ahead and get some extra cards here. So for group 2, their first year of marriage, what is it going to entail? Okay, what is it going to be like? Alrighty, guys. So, oh my goodness. So guys, we're going to take this card that landed upright and this card that like landed face down. You know what? No, we're going to take it. We're going to take it. I'm not going to lie, guys. As I was holding it like that, I was kind of peeking at it and it's just like, I couldn't resist it. I couldn't resist the lure. The card that you guys received, like, it's just beautiful. I had to talk about it with y'all. I'm so terrible, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm such a peeker. But anyways, let's get one final card for group 2 for their marriage, their first year of marriage. Can we get one more card, please? One more card. There we go. Okay. Again, oh my goodness. You guys, we have 2 cards coming through for you. Oh my goodness. So many cards. So first of all, guys, we have heart-to-heart conversations. And wow, literally, we have wedding coming through. We also have appreciate this moment and new love. And then we have the birth of magic and caffeine. So whenever I think of caffeine, that makes me think about so much excitement. That makes me think about being so like, you know, just pumped up, right? And I feel like you guys are just going to be so pumped up about each other, so pumped up about this connection and this new season of your lives. I feel like you guys are going to be appreciating every moment that you guys have, every day of this year, of y'all's first, you know, year of marriage. Is going to be one that you guys are just so thankful for, that you guys feel so blessed for. And with this new love coming through, I think that you guys are just going to be feeling a new sense of love, a renewal of love as you guys say your vows to each other, as you guys, you know, take y'all's relationship one step further. Everything is going to feel so new, so exciting, so incredible, right? You guys are going to give birth to just a new glow up within this connection. And again, the birth of magic, this could also be be talking about how maybe you guys are literally going to be giving birth, right? You guys are going to be getting pregnant and having a child. Again, don't get scared. If you are scared, if you don't want to get a baby, if you don't want a baby, then, you know, just take it as it resonates, right? The birth of magic, giving birth to something new can also represent giving birth to this new job, right? Having this new job promotion, having this new wealth that could be coming in, that you could be receiving from winning the lottery, or maybe even, you know, getting money from like a family relative or something like that. And at the end of the day, with heart-to-heart conversations, I just think that you guys are just going to always want to talk to each other. You guys are always going to be having these beautiful heart-to-heart conversations. You guys, at the end of the day, after you come home from work, after you are just at your house, you guys are always going to come home to each other and always just love being near to each other and hearing what the other person has to say about their day, right? You guys are never going to get tired of talking to each other, and I think that that is just so gorgeous to see. So yes, guys, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TerraTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye, guys. Hello, group 3. So if you chose a time to give rather than take with the new moon in Virgo card, then hey, hello, my fabulous people, and welcome to this fabulous reading today. So guys, first of all, just talking about this card that you received for your group pick today, I just have to say right away, I feel like either you or your person could be a Virgo, sun, moon, rising, or in Venus. But if you're not one of those signs, then that's totally okay. Again, this could honestly be representing just the energy between you and your partner, and the energy that you guys are going to be stepping into as you guys step into this year of marriage with each other. So just looking at this card and going off of that Virgo energy, I'm definitely getting a few different messages from this card. Now, the first message that I am receiving is that I feel like y'all's first year of marriage, it's really going to involve a time of adjustments, right? I feel like you guys are really going to be having to take some time to adjust to each other and adjust to this new level of commitment with each other, right? And I feel like some of these adjustments could simply talk about you guys really trying to think about each other more rather than yourselves. Because whenever you get into this relationship, whenever you get into this type of union, one of marriage, you are not just thinking about yourself anymore. You are thinking about your person, thinking about your spouse, and thinking about the future that you guys are going to build with each other. And now, for some of you guys, maybe you were living with your partner before you got married, but for others of you, maybe you guys weren't. And whether you were or whether you weren't, I feel like as you guys step into this marriage with each other, you guys are going to be finding new ways to be able to be a giver instead of a taker. And I feel like you guys are going to be trying to do small things to show each other just how much you love one another. You know, I see one of you guys trying to do the dishes for each other, one of you guys offering to rub each other's feet, right? And I feel like this is something that maybe you guys didn't necessarily do all of the time before you guys were married, but I feel like after you guys get this serious, after you guys make this serious step with each other, I think that you guys are going to be trying to go out of your way to show the other person how much you appreciate each other. And for the second message that I'm seeing for you guys, I also think that since Virgo represents that like mothering type of energy, I see you guys maybe getting a lot of advice from your own mothers or from somebody who you view as a motherly figure. I see you trying to talk to other people who have been married already and who have been in these types of relationships for so long. I see you talking to these people, somebody who you feel like you can trust, and asking them for advice, asking them for help as you encounter just everyday struggles that come with being in a marriage. And I see these people, these motherly figures, really helping you, really taking your hand. And I think the advice that they're going to give you, lo and behold, is the fact that it's time for you to give of yourself to your partner. It's time for you to be a giver, not a taker. And I think as you take their advice, that is going to be whenever you start to do these things, whenever you start to incorporate small ways to show just how much you care about your person. And I think that as you do these things, it really is going to help you guys transcend and go to a whole new level of just awesomeness with each other and within this relationship. And I think that that is just so lovely to see. You guys are really going to be glowing up so much as you guys both start to give so much of yourselves to each other, as you guys both start to make sacrifices for one another. And the other message that I'm seeing here for you guys is that with this Virgo energy, this also talks about health, right? It talks about trying to be as healthy as possible. So for some of you guys, for just a few of you guys, maybe one or two, maybe you guys could be going through some health problems during this first year of marriage, or maybe somebody who you're really close to, maybe a mother figure, could be going through some health problems. And I see you guys really trying to just come together to either help each other if one of you guys are the ones dealing with those health problems, or I see you guys coming together to be a unit to help the people in your lives, the people who are closest to you who could be going through these health problems as well. But for the rest of you guys, I think that in general, within this first year of marriage, you guys are just going to be focusing a lot on trying to be healthy. I see you and your partner trying to go to the gym together, trying to be workout buddies. I see you guys trying to make it a point to eat healthier. So maybe you guys are going to be meal prepping. Maybe you guys, instead of going out to eat, are going to be staying in and making healthier choices by making fish or making salads for each other, right? I just see you at the end of the day trying to be healthy and trying to have a healthier lifestyle with one another. And I think that that is very lovely as well, because a healthy life is a happy life. So yes, guys, that is what I'm seeing. But overall, since Virgos are all about taking care of each other, I just think within this first year of marriage, you guys really are going to be coming together and taking care of one another. And I think as you guys care for each other in little ways or even big ways, you guys are really going to just see a whole new level of commitment, a whole new level of love. And you guys are really just going to be spending every single day of this first year of marriage just loving each other so freaking much, right? You guys are going to be looking at each other and just thinking to yourself, like, this is the person who I would give my whole life for. This is the person who is worth my making sacrifices for them. And I just think that you're going to see them every day and you're going to feel so blessed that this is your person. So yes, guys, that is what I'm seeing from just this card. Let's move this up and take a look at your tarot cards today. Okay, so Spirit, for group 3, can we get some extra messages, please? What is going to be happening in their first year of marriage? Can we see the good, the bad? What's going to be taking place, Spirit? What is their first year of marriage going to look like, Spirit, for group 3? Can we get some messages, please? Oh, beautiful. Oh, I love that, you guys. Wow. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through before we just talk about that card in particular. Let's see the full picture, okay? For group 3, can we get some messages, please? Wow, you guys. Those cards were being stubborn, but I feel like Spirit heard me trying to talk bad about them, right? They heard that I was saying that they were being a bit slow, and they're like, yeah, let me show you what slow is, okay? Alrighty. Wow. Okay. So that is quite interesting. So let's talk about these cards. For the first card, we have the Knight of Wands. We also have the Strength, And then last but not least, we have the Five of Cups. So the Strength card, that does represent the sign of Leo. So you could be a Leo, or your future spouse could be a Leo, Sun, Moon, rising, or in Venus. But I definitely think with the Five of Cups coming through, you guys are going to have some disappointments within this first year of marriage arise. Something is going to happen that causes you guys to just be a little upset, to be a little sad, right? So I don't know if these things are going to come in the way that you guys are just arguing. Maybe you guys are going to have a spat every now and then. This could represent so many different things, but I feel like no matter what happens, no matter what disappointments you receive, I think that you guys are going to be able to work past these disappointments, work past these sad, darker moments. And again, like I was saying before, somebody close to you guys could be getting sick, or maybe one of you guys could be getting sick. Now, I don't want you guys to get afraid as you are watching this. I don't want you guys to be just thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get cancer. Like, I don't want you guys to get worried like that, right? Don't worry, okay? Because this is just a very, very general reading, and this sickness can simply represent like maybe one of you guys are gonna be getting the flu or something like that, right? But I just think that at the end of the day, whether it's you getting sick, your person getting sick, or somebody close to you guys getting sick, and again, that will only resonate for just a few of you guys, right? For just like maybe 4, 5, 6 of you guys. But this is for you. For those of you guys that could be getting sick, that could be getting like a little bit of a health scare, you guys are going to be able to work past it. Everything is going to be okay because your partner is going to be with you throughout the whole time. And the reason why I'm seeing that is because we have the Strength card coming through, and that talks about finding this great resolve within you and being able to work past those extraneous circumstances. And so that's why I was trying to tell you, don't worry, because even if you are watching this and you are the one that ends up getting sick, or somebody close to you gets sick, I think that you guys are going to find that inner strength together. You guys are going to get that strength from your partner as well, and you guys are going to work past this. And at the end of the day, with the Knight of Wands coming through, this talks about a new sense of passion, a new sense of renewal, of excitement. So I do think that if you do have some type of health scare pop up, I think that's not going to be a life sentence. That's not going to be something that affects your life for the rest of your life, right? It's going to be something that only occurs for a short amount of time, okay? So definitely keep that in mind. But at the end of the day, I just think that you guys are going to be facing some type of disappointments, right? You guys are going to be having some type of loss. And for some of you guys, this could also talk about maybe a disappointment within your job. Maybe some of you guys are going to be trying to have like a child, because with that motherly energy coming through, that could also represent you or your spouse wanting to become a mother, wanting to be a parent. So maybe you guys are going to be trying for a child, and maybe you guys are just again, just not going to be getting pregnant. But I do think that, again, whatever it is that you guys face, you guys are going to face it together. And with y'all's love, with y'all's care, you guys are going to be able to work past it. And I think that that is just such a lovely, lovely thing to see. You guys just really do love each other so much. And your love is just every single day going to build each other up, and you guys are always going to be able to bring a smile to each other's face, even whenever you guys just want to cry. And that is just the most beautiful thing ever. With this Knight of Wands coming through, this also makes me think about passion. So I really do think that for your first year of marriage, you guys are going to have such a very like sexy, sexy time with each other. I think that you guys are definitely going to be having fun in the bedroom. You guys are really going to be exploring new things that you can do to each other to bring just some beautiful orgasmic pleasure to one another, which makes so much sense because, again, it says a time to give rather than to take. So I do see you guys being really big givers to each other in the bedroom. You guys are really going to be giving each other some really sexy times, and that is always fun to see. I also see you guys maybe even trying to do something artistic. I see you guys getting a bit creative because with that Knight of Wands energy, that does talk about the arts. It talks about somebody who loves to express themselves in artistic ways. So you guys could be in this first year picking up like a painting hobby. Maybe you guys are going to be trying to go to some like what's that called? What's it called whenever you like make a cup? Ceramics? Is it ceramics? Ceramics class? You guys could be doing that. You guys could just be even trying to write poetry together, something like that. But I do see you guys being a bit creative. At the very least, if you guys are not the ones that are being creative, you guys could be having fun seeing other people be creative as well. For example, maybe you guys are going to be going to a lot of concerts your first year of marriage. Maybe you guys are going to be going to a lot of like comedy clubs or something like that. But I definitely see you guys taking an interest and a passion within the artistic side of things within your first year of marriage, and that's always fun to see. So let's get some extra messages. Wow, you guys, these cards, they are so gorgeous. That's funny. Okay, let's get just all the other cards out at once before we talk about everything else, right? So let's see. Let's get all the oracle cards out at once. Spirit, group 3, their first year of marriage. Can we get some messages, please? Group 3's first year of marriage. Lovely. Oh my goodness. That is gorgeous. Okay, one final card, please. One final message, group 3. One final message. One final message. Okay, yeah. Look at that, guys. Your final message. Soulmate. This is your soulmate, okay? This is your soulmate. So not only is this person your future spouse, not only are they future spouse material, but this is your soulmate we're talking about. So you really are going to feel such a profound connection with them. And I think that you guys are going to just feel even more profound feelings with each other throughout this first year of marriage. Everything is just going to really heighten your emotions, your love, your happiness. Everything is just going to be taken to a whole new, deeper level of commitment, a whole new, deeper level of love, and that is just so lovely to see. With the other cards coming through, we have the Jewel of the Sea, we have Trouble, and we also have Love Endures. And it says right here, love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So guys, no matter what troubling times you guys experienced, whether it be you guys having some arguments, whether it be you guys facing a health scare, whether it be you guys like going through the loss of a job, or just going through a hard time in general, I think within this first year of marriage, no matter what you face, you guys are going to be able to face it together as a unit, because you guys just have so much love. And whenever you guys have each other, like whenever you guys share that love with each other, you guys are going to be able to go through any obstacle, because your love, just like this card says, your love can endure it. Right? And I think that that is so beautiful. So I feel like anytime one of you guys ends up getting sad, ends up just feeling very upset within this first year of marriage, I see your partner coming up to you, raising your spirits by telling you how much they love you. I see you guys just really being there for each other, being each other's rock during these troubling times. And I think that as you guys are together, as you guys share this adoration for each other. You guys are just always gonna find a reason to be so happy. You guys are always gonna find a reason to have faith and to have hope that everything is going to be okay. And at the end of the day, your love for each other, this first year of marriage, whenever you guys look at one another, you guys are just gonna see them as your jewel, right? You guys are gonna just really put each other up on this really high pedestal. I feel like you guys are just gonna have such a hard time finding anything to judge the other person over. Does that make sense? I just feel like in y'all's eyes, whenever you guys look at each other, you guys can't see any type of fault in one another. You guys can't see any type of imperfection. You guys just look at each other with these big old heart eyes. You guys really are just going to be having that amazing like puppy love within this first year of marriage, and I think that that is just so beautiful. You guys just love each other so much in this first year of marriage. While you guys are going to experience some downs, some lows, you guys are going to experience these amazing ups, these amazing highs, and I think that at the end of the day, you guys within this first year of marriage are just going to really transcend to a whole new level of love and commitment, and it's going to be glorious. So yes guys, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TerraTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye guys.